Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Thank you so much for allowing me again to be part of your day. Been online a couple times today, one time live. Thank you for that, guys. Thank you for the screenshots. I thought it was a productive live. Hoping. I just want to think about it. That's all I want to do is just think about it. I just want 24 hours to replay everything in my mind. In the meantime, I got an upsetting email that I wanted to share with you guys because I was asked to read this, and I'm going to read it. That doesn't mean every time somebody says, "Can you read something online?" There's a reason why I'm reading this person's email. And part of the reason, one of the very good reasons, is because they were extremely helpful in bringing Resident Midnight and I in touch. And they've unfortunately gone offline, and Resident Midnight and I will find other ways to get in contact with each other because this woman is, she's under protection, and I've been under protection, and I know the importance of that. And I know that I could prove who I am and what I am and all this stuff without the way that certain people act like they know it all. I can go off on this. I'm so upset about this. And when I read it, I'm sure that it's going to upset a lot of you. So let me begin this. For the past year, Resident Midnight, has been called crazy, dangerous, and been accused by everyone of being multiple people. She has had her military service called into question and had her trauma invalidated, all in an attempt to make her stop and be quiet. She has been called a stalker and obsessed. The fact is, multiple people have dug into her identity for over a year now. Isn't it more likely that those people are actually obsessed and unhinged stalkers? Rez's whole thing has been to show the many cons and frauds Fancy has perpetrated, and for that reason, Rez has been called obsessed and crazy. It is my opinion that this narrative has been spread in order to discredit her, and as a result, discouraged many people from reaching out to Rez. I want to make a public apology to Rez. There was a time that, as you already know, I was a participant in trying to figure out who you were. For me, it was more of trying to figure out if you and Belle were the same people. 2 months before I left the Discord, I had to take a step back and realize exactly what digging into your identity would entail. It wasn't to prove whose usernames belong to who, it was an attempt to find out your actual identity. This information would then be used to dox you. I apologize to you, Rez, for even trying to figure out whose username belonged to you, who. I can't even read this without crying. And I apologize for that. But this is real life shit. There's 3 people laughing right now at this. Those 3 people will be 3 people laughed at very shortly. Fancy, Stacy, Ryan Lee, Stacy, Boston Tony. Let me continue on with this because now it's anger. So I think I deal better with that. This information would then be used to dox you. I apologize to you, Rez, for even trying to figure out whose username belonged to who. I apologize for any harm I caused you. As some may have noticed, I have been absent from comment sections and on videos made as of late. I have never been one to just go silent. However, a recent live of Breeze caused me to do just that. On March 9th, Ryder went on Bree's panel to talk about her experiences and perceptions of what happened when I was part of CTW Discord. She brought up my son in conversation. I have explained that my son has serious mental health issues. He is diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and has chosen to be unmedicated. The fact that someone drove by an address on behalf of Bree and took pictures of that street sign and the front of the house, and these were posted after a timer went off, was insane. That's more than insane, that's sick. Imagine that. Imagine grown ass people behaving like that. And tell me this isn't harassment, especially after knowing the welfare of a child. And I don't care that they might not be a child as far as age, they're somebody's child. Does that dawn on anybody? Does that affect anybody? Does anybody care about that? No? Because Fancy's lies got called into question? You know, you guys know I did a live with Bree today, and that's something that I definitely wanted to think about. This is disgusting behavior. This is disgusting behavior regardless of who did it. Bree, co-signing this behavior or making this happen, this is real life shit. You can't do this shit and expect people to sit down and not do anything about it. Nobody can. On March 9th, Ryder went on Bree's panel to talk about her experiences and perceptions of what happened when I was part of CTW Discord. She brought up my son in conversation. I have explained that my son has serious mental health issues. He is diagnosed with schizoaffective disorder and has chosen to be unmedicated. The fact that someone drove by an address on behalf of Bree and took pictures of the street sign and the front of the house, and these were posted after a timer went off, was insane. My son overheard Bree saying those pictures were taken that day because we don't mess around, and then heard her say that house belonged to Amy Stanley. That then caused him to ask what was going on. I very briefly explained what it was. Overhearing this caused his paranoia to go into overdrive, and he absolutely sat for days watching and wondering if they had our correct address. Does that make anybody proud? Does that debunk anything other than the sickness that goes on with people? Is that it? How does this debunk anything about anything? How does this change the scenario of whatever argument might have been to do this to somebody? Where does this change anything other than to show what fucking animals are? You guys, who behaves like this? This is fucking criminal. It's harassment. It's threatening. It's stalking. This is what this is. And a fucking good lawyer would make sure that this goes. Are you kidding me? Unfucking believable. The fact that Ryder explained on the March 9th live that I used the fact for attention blew my mind. Really? So let me go back because I know that I'm saying things. Overhearing this caused his paranoia to go into overdrive, and he absolutely sat for days watching and wondering if they had our correct address. The fact that Ryder explained on the March 9th live that I used this fact for attention blew my mind. I don't know who Ryder is. Something tells me I'm going to find out. Ryder, bitch, what 420 in Pink Sands all are privy. Wait. Ryder, comma, bitch, what 420 and Pink Sands all are privy to personal information about my son's diagnosis and symptoms. I thought we were friends and expressed emotions about not being able to make him better. So somebody confided in you guys. What skanks? Wow. Wow. Somebody confided most personal shit in you guys, and this is what you did with it? Oh, God. Oh, God. Pond scum? You guys, you're way below the scum. Oh, God. Unbelievable. I thought we were friends and expressed emotions about not being able to make him better. They also were the first to know about my grandchild. They have ultrasound pictures and heartbeat sounds. Wow, you guys are really fucking disgusting. This woman shares this shit with you, and whatever argument, this is where you go. Like, explain this. You can never explain this. This is unexplainable. This is just banshee behavior. This is Ryan Lee. This is Fancy. This is apparently Ryder, Bitch, What 420, Pink Sands. This is all these people. And Bree. Let me continue on. Talk about me all you want. Make up the silliest rumors and the most disgusting edits imaginable. For Ryder to be the one to bring my son up in conversation on Breeze Live made me realize exactly how vile that side is. It is for that reason I've gone silent online. Hang on, I'm supposed to add something here. It is for that reason I've gone silent online. Going silent online is the only way to ensure my son and grandchild's information not be further discussed by people that I thought held a safe space. Does that make you guys proud? It's exactly what I would want somebody saying about me. That's what I would want. When I'm dead and gone, I want people to say, all she did was wreak havoc. Everybody ran from her. She was a horrible person. Look at what she did. That's what's going to be said about you guys. Something tells me by your own families. Because, I mean, we know about some of your families. We know about some of the bullshit. We're going to know more. We talk about people's families here. Let me find my place here. I have no Facebook, no TikTok, no YouTube. My Discord will soon be no more. It's been deleted. I'm just waiting on Discord to officially delete it. I will stay silent in order to keep my sons and grandchild out of the conversation. They are innocent. They've done nothing. I want to end this by saying this. I have seen part 1 and part 2 of the videos you've done with Toddy about Stolen Valor, Rez, and Pez. I am so proud of you. I can't comment because I watch as a guest on my TV. That saddens me that people aren't able to feel safe talking in comments online. I can't wait for the next part to come out. I want to thank you, Toddy, for giving me a chance to explain what's happened and why I've gone offline, for giving Rez a voice so she can vindicate herself, and for your support and for checking in on me. Thank you. Amy Stanley. So, guys, do with that what you will. Things we do in life, in real life, when we don't think it affects other people, it clearly affects other people. And this is why. Because Fancy's a fucktard that lies online and was called out. And because Ryan can't figure ass from her elbow or her face, I can't figure it out either, Ryan. That'd be your problem. Bree, this happened apparently on your panel. Just like I told my comments to stop with you. When I told my chat, stop, leave her alone. Let me talk to her. That's the responsibility you have. If that's the way you want to run your chat, or you let people behave the way they want to behave and this happens, and then you apologize later. And I believe you're kind of sorry. But you can't keep saying you're sorry and perpetuate the same thing over and over and over again. You got to stop. It's got to stop. Some of these people are only going to be stopped a certain way. They're not going to say, oh, you know what, we've gone too far here. Maybe we overstepped some stuff. We lost ourselves in, passion or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But this is not okay. This is not okay. I said that I would read this. I was asked to read this, and it bothers me. It bothers me because I'm thinking of how Nina was affected. I'm thinking of how Becca Scoops was affected. I'm thinking about how I was affected, how Jen's mom was affected. I'm thinking about how this woman was affected, everything that's happened to Rez. Come on. We have to do better. That's it, guys. Have a good day. Be better. Fucking just let's be better.